Hey guys, Bottom25 here with the World Warships replay. And the ship I'm sailing, as you can see, is the Tier 5 Austro-Hungarian dreadnought Viribus Unitis. Now, some of you may, well, most of you I think, should know that I am Hungarian. As such, this ship holds a place in my heart. So as soon as I saw it was released, I had to buy it. Now, I'm going to say this right now. First off, the Viribus Unitis, she is not a perfect ship. She has flaws. She, for some players, might be an absolute pain in the arse. But, well, to be fair, I've only played 2 battles in her. I've been pretty busy otherwise, but now, please, like, the is she worth buying, is she not? That's completely up to you. Like, there are plenty of videos with people who know more about this than I do. I personally like her. Like, this battle we did lose. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. But I performed well. At least well for what I would consider, well for me. Now, basic just explanation of the Viribus Unitis. It is a Tegethoff class dreadnought, which is the only class of dreadnought built in the Austro-Hungarian Empire. The name Viribus Unitis, it was kind of the motto of Austria-Hungary under Franz Joseph. It means something along the lines of with united forces. Now, I'll talk both about Viribus Unitis and the Tegethoff class. Sorry about that. So yeah, Viribus Unitis was the lead ship of the Tegethoff class. However, she was followed by Tegethoff, but that was the name ship. It's a bit complicated. There we go. First salvo out against that Omaha. Like I said, this is only my second battle. First one I got killed pretty quickly without getting many shots off, so at this point I'm still trying to get everything. I'm still getting used to how she plays. Her main armament is, as you can see, 4 3-gun turrets, each equipped with, 3 305mm guns, made by Skoda. Yeah, they got taken out, but I turned my attention to Piotr Veliki. She has much fewer hit points. There we go. So that, but she has decent enough armor if you angle. Alright, so Viribus Unitis, it was the personal motto of Emperor Franz Joseph I. Alright, so she was built in Trieste, which is in Italy, but at the time was in Austria. Specifying Austria because of the 4 Tegethoff class, 3 were built in Austria, those being Viribus Unitis, Tegethoff, and Prince Eugen. The 4th, St. Istvan, was built in the Hungarian part of the empire. These ships, on paper, are some of... Well, let me put it this way. These are the first ships completed with a 3-gun turret. I believe the Dante Alighieri's and the Ganguts might have been ordered and laid down first. These were the first ships completed. Yeah, now as you can see, like, each individual gun isn't that great, but she's got so many of them. So yeah, so she was launched 24th of June 1911. I'm specifically talking about Viribus Unitis here, was given over to the state of Slovenes, Croats and Serbs in an attempt... Yep, there you go, there's that. In an attempt to not let the Italians get a hold of her, because that's who we... like... That's who the Austro-Hungarian Empire were fighting, mainly in terms of naval combat. Yeah, I took some damage from... I believe that was a Normandy. Right, so she was handed over to the Kingdom of State of Slovene Serbs and Croats and renamed Yugoslavia. She was handed over on 31st of October 1918 and was sunk in port on 1st of November. Well, sunk in port, I presume. She had a displacement of 20,000 tons, had a length of 152 metres, a beam of 27.9 and a draft of 8.7. It's equipped with 12 Yarrow boilers and a 27,000 shaft. Horsepower, had a top speed of 20.4 knots. She had a range of 7,800 kilometres, which, compared to some other ships, might seem short, but I would like to point out, this thing was meant to fight in the Adriatic. She didn't need to go far. Right, Adriatic? I think it's the Adriatic. So yeah, I've already explained. Well, the armaments you can see here, basically. Oh yeah, she also had 4 torpedo tubes. Those were, I presume, fixed below the waterline, all of that. See, I am taking a few hits from that König, but I am happily returning that fire because, yeah, I am going broadside onto that Normandy, so that was a big mistake because I'm focusing on these two. Now, she took part in the flight of the German warships SMS Goeben and Breslau. She also took part in the bombardment of Ancona. She was sunk by a limpet mine. Yeah. Yeah. That's the Iron Duke there. Yeah, I'm not in a good place right now. I'm very much not in a good place right now. This is what I'm saying. She is squishy. She's not squishy. If she takes damage, it's gonna right over. There we go, just put a few more shells into the Iron Duke, but at this one, as you can see by the bloody great holes in the side, I'm more focused on running away. They know I'm here. They can shell me. But I'm also kind of moving out of the way so they can't. So yeah, so Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria travelled aboard Viribus Unitis to Bosnia to observe military manoeuvres. He boarded a ship in Trieste and travelled to them out of the Neretva River, transferred to another vessel. And she was also used to transport the Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife's bodies back to the Empire. Or, well, back to Trieste. Sent to the 1st Battleship Division of Austria-Hungary. She saw limited service due to the Otranto barrage, which prohibited Austro-Hungarians. So basically they were stuck in Pola. It's basically just a World War I Austro-Hungarian version of the Yamato. Not the Yamatos, because Musashi also had the same thing. Yeah, so her, Tegethoff and Prince Eugen and the rest of the Austro-Hungarian Navy were mobilized to help flight of SMS Goeben, which was stationed at Breslau, which was stationed in the Mediterraneans. She bombarded the Italian city of Ancona, and she was visited by Emperor Charles I, who was Franz Ferdinand's successor, and by Kaiser Wilhelm. Yes, so, in 1918, new commander of the Austro-Hungarian fleet, Miklós Horthy, who would later be the regent, I believe is the technical term, of Hungary during World War II, decided to conduct another attack on the Otranto barrage to allow more Austro-Hungarians and German U-boats safely get through heavily. Now, this involved sortying every single one of the battleships, although they were stationed in different places, I believe, or at least they deployed separate times or something. So during the night of 8th of June, Horthy left the naval base of Polish Viribus Unitis and Prince Eugen. The other two dreadnoughts, Sentishvan and Tegetov, along with one destroyer and 6 torpedo boats, departed Pola on the 9th of June. Now, this is where shit goes down, right? On the morning of 10th of June, 2 Italian torpedo boats, Mass 15 and Mass 21, spotted the Austrian fleet. So they both of these boats managed to evade the escorts, and no warning was passed on to the dreadnoughts. At this point, Tegetov and Sentishvan haven't formed up with Viribus Unitis and Prince Eugen. Prince Eugen was Horthy's command ship. Like, that was his flagship, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, just also going to point out she has fuck all AA. You can see, I mean, I think with a ship that has a HP of 35,000 doing basically double your own HP's worth of damage ain't bad. But yeah. I did get a few more hits on that, so I got it up to 75. Which isn't that bad, I think, all things considered. We did lose, but, well, I mean, I think I tried to play my part. And the way she is sinking, other than the turret orientation, right, let's get back to this. So, Mass 20 attacked Tegetov, but her torpedoes failed. And then Mass 15 managed to hit Sentishvan with both of her torpedoes. She didn't. And Sentishvan sank, capsizing. Both boats were then chased away from the scene by the Austrian escorts. Despite trying to tow the Sentishvan away, the Tegetov... Tegetov tried to tow the Sentishvan, but failed. Failed. The ship continued to sink. And a few minutes after 6 AM, the Sentishvan keeled over and sank. Now, there is footage of this. This is the only footage of a World War I dreadnought sinking. I guess this is less a combat video and more a bit of a brief history of the Viribus Unitis and Tegetov class. And Admiral Horthy then cancelled the attack because he thought the Italians had found out about it, whereas in reality they were just patrolling and had stumbled upon them. And this was the last fleet she took on before the raid on Pula. Because by October 1918 it had become clear that Austria-Hungary was facing defeat in the war. The Austrian government decided to give Viribus Unitis, along with much of the fleet's newly formed state of Slovenes, Croats and Serbs, was considered preferential to handing the fleet to the Allies, as the new state declared its neutrality. The transfer took place on 31st of October, and the Viribus Unitis was renamed Jugoslavia. 1st of November, 2 men of the Italian Navy, Raffaele Paolucci and Raffaele Rossetti, probably mispronouncing that, sorry Italy, rode a primitive manned torpedo onto the Austro-Hungarian naval base of Pola. They had sailed from Italian port sometime before and were unaware of the transfer of the Austro-Hungarian fleet the previous day. Travelling on the rows of Austrian battleships, the 2 men encountered Yugoslavia. They placed 1 canister of TNT in the hull of the battleship, timed the explosive at 6:30 AM. They then flooded the second canister, sinking it on the harbour floor close to the ship. The men had no breathing sets, and therefore had to keep their heads above the water. And so they were taken prisoner just after placing the explosives. Taken aboard Yugoslavia, they informed the new captain of the battleship exactly what they had done, but did not reveal the exact position of the explosive. The admiral, who at this point was basically Yugoslavian, or what would become Yugoslavia, arranged for the 2 prisoners to be taken to Tegetov and ordered Yugoslavia to be evacuated. The explosion did not happen at 6:30 as predicted, and Vukovic returned to the ship with many sailors mistakenly believing that the attempts had lied. The mines exploded at 6:44, sinking Yugoslavia in 15 minutes. Vukovic and 300 to 400 crew were killed in sinking. The explosion of the second bomb also sank the freighter VM. Now, yeah, I'm sorry, like, we're sticking with this just because we've got nothing else we can view at the moment. It's going to give you a bit more of the Take It Tough class. Right, so someone also given to I want to see their fates after the war of each individual ship. So there was Viribus Unitis, she was the first. And we just discussed what happened. Then Tegethoff was ceded to Italy in 1920 and broken up at La Spezia between 1924 and 25. Prince Eugen was ceded to France in 1920 and sunk as a target ship in 1922, it said. And we just discussed what happened to St. Istvan. So yeah, that was just brief history of the Tegethoff class and Viribus Unitis herself. And also just my second battle with her. I'm Bottom 25. Goodbye.